Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how much. This phone has been having storage issue problems for a while, like on and off. But I deleted everything, or not everything, but I deleted every video I had recorded that I already uploaded off this phone. So I did that today, so it should be good. Don't know how long I'm gonna make this though, so it shouldn't matter. But I'm not making a video about a random topic I feel like talking about right now. Although I could do that. No, I'm giving a life update. Because something major is happening soon. And, well, so I want to talk about it. Now, for the past few videos now, for like a while, I've been, my mom has been asleep in the next room, living room, and we've been sleeping down here. And I haven't been explaining the reason why, but now I'm going to, because, well, I guess it's kind of relevant since, the big news that I'm about to reveal. So, we've had bed bugs for a while now. Ever since we moved here. Yeah, I'm not gonna say where I grew up and where I currently live in, but I think I already have, haven't I? I don't remember, but I don't want to get stalkers. Anyway, so where we grew up, we had roaches, not bed bugs. But when our house burned, it caught on fire, and we had to move because they said it was condemned and unlivable. So we moved to here. And our family member, my grand aunt, my mom's aunt, had bed bugs in her home, so we could have gotten them from her, but we didn't get them right away. It was a little bit before they showed up, so maybe it wasn't from her. We did pick up some furniture from the side of the road. We think that's might be where we got them from. Maybe it's both. Maybe we got them from both. But we had bed bugs, and that sucked. For a short minute there before I moved to Tennessee, I had bed bugs in my own little apartment that I had after I moved out from my parents. Of course, where'd they come from? My parents. I just brought them with, even though I was trying not to. Shit happens. So when I moved to Tennessee, I left nothing behind. I left everything behind. I didn't bring anything with but the clothes on my back. And while I was on the plane, I thought I saw one bed bug on my leg. But that may have just been me hallucinating from being lightheaded. So, because bed bugs were not a thing anymore. All throughout Tennessee. The whole time I was there was none. So, I got rid of them. Well, yeah, I'll stay out of it. I'm recording a video. I'm gonna go outside. Anyway, that was at her place, not at any places I lived. Don't worry about it. Going outside. I thought you were asleep. Damn, I can't record a video here without around you. Okay, I guess I'm gonna record this outside in nothing but shorts. Good thing it's summer, not winter. But even the winters here in Oklahoma are warm, mostly. Depends on the weather. But anyway, like I was saying, that the whole time of being in Tennessee, there was not a lick of bedbug. When I moved back to here, and I crashed back with my parents, they still had bed bugs, and they said they got rid of them temporarily, but then they just got them again. I doubt that. I think they still had them, they just didn't notice at first. Okay, so when we first moved here, away from our original home, we were somewhere over there on a different street. And then when I left them to live on my own, I lived here. And then when I moved to Tennessee, my parents not long after moved into the same apartments there where I just came from, apartment 1. And then when I moved back, my Aunt Wilma was in here. She's gone now. They ruined that place, wrecked it. And I started living there. Now, as for if the bed bugs came from the original house on the other street, or if my Aunt Wilma tracked them, or if they came from somewhere else, who knows? But the point is, bed bugs were here. So I've just been living with bed bugs, right? I've been back here since November 2024, and it's now almost August 2026. And the bed bugs have just been progressively getting worse. To the point where I said, fuck it. I'm not sleeping upstairs anymore on that bed. I'm going to sleep downstairs. Just so I can get away from them. And we also got rid of the mattress. That didn't really help though. Because the bed bugs were just in the apartment in general. They weren't just on the bed. So getting rid of that mattress didn't help. They were still up there. So for a while, sleeping downstairs was alright. For the most part. But then the bed bugs started coming downstairs. As if they knew I wasn't up there no more. And they came down slowly but surely. I kept switching back and forth between the chair down there, which had bed bugs on it. But when I first started sleeping down there, I couldn't really tell. So I guess either they died or something. And then the bed bugs from upstairs came down there and got on the chair. Or maybe the bed bugs were in there and I just didn't notice them at first. I don't know. When I first came back in November, I was sleeping on the chair because we didn't have a bed for me yet. And they were just on that thing. They were on that chair. But when I started sleeping down there again to avoid the bed bugs upstairs, it's like they disappeared for temporarily. Again, maybe they died. Or maybe they followed me upstairs because no one was sleeping on that chair no more. So they had to follow the food source. But regardless, I switched back and forth between the couch and chair, and when the chair got so bad, I was like, okay, never mind, I'm going for couch. So then I slept purely on the couch. And it was good. The couch was leather, so I thought they couldn't be on that or in that, but no. They started showing up on the leather couch. I actually saw them. We have a concrete floor. I actually see them crawling on the concrete floor to the couch as if they were following my scent. And I just said, fuck it, I can't get away from them at all. My mom started coming down here sleeping downstairs for the same reason. My mom and stepdad, Robert, got rid of their bed thinking that would stop the bed bugs, but no. They were still getting attacked. They were sleeping on the floor up there and getting attacked on the carpet. And Mom said, fuck this. And she came down and started sleeping on this chair. Even though the chair also has the bed bugs. But for some reason she said it's different. She doesn't feel them on the chair. I don't know what the hell she's smoking. Although recently, I've been sleeping on the chair again. Me and Mom, switched places. And I don't feel them as badly. So I guess they moved off the chair and came to the couch because I moved. So maybe that's why Mom said she couldn't really feel them as much. They're still on there a little bit. Because I still feel them a little bit. It's just not as bad. So I guess now they're more evenly distributed between the couch and chair. I don't know what it is. Point is, the bed bugs are a fucking problem. So, after a few years of debating whether or not to move, and a few months of searching, and my stepdad got into an accident and got settlement money, so now we can move, and we found a place, and we just went through the loops of signing the paperwork, getting all the credit stuff checked, yada yada, And now we're moving. We're going to start moving Friday. And hopefully, if we do it right, we should be finished moving by Sunday. We're going to carry some stuff, what we can carry, Friday when we move in. And then my sister's going to help us and rent a U-Haul so we can get the rest of our stuff. This new place has a laundromat built in, so our clothes and blankets and some of our stuffed animals and everything that can be washed is getting washed instantly. And this new place, they have a spray guy come in every 3 months. And if you see a bug, like in between those 3 months, you can request an extra spray. It'll cost money though, but still, you can get it sprayed. So if we notice a bed bug, boom, get rid of it. Now, this means, so when we were first looking for a place, we assumed we would have to leave everything behind, or most things behind. But if this place sprays regularly, we're all good. We don't gotta leave much, if anything. Of course, we're gonna leave the chair and stuff behind, because one, moving a chair is gonna be fucking difficult, and two, it's better if we bring what we can clean and bring as little as possible, because even if we're going to track a little bit of bed bugs, it's better to track only a little than to track a whole bunch. That way, it'd take them a while to build up their population and really get bad. You know what I'm saying? You get it? You get it. So yeah, I'm excited about this. Although Robert, my stepdad, and mom thinks we should still leave a bunch of stuff behind, even though they have a guy. They have a guy, so we don't gotta be so, extra, extra ready to just leave stuff behind when they have guys there that spray. We were living in this shit for years because Robert didn't want to pay for an exterminator because that's too goddamn expensive. And he didn't want to have to move the furniture around for the exterminator because he's old now and he's been through a lot in his life, so he's got bone problems. Long story. So he was just gonna let us suffer until we found this new place. Like, live and suffer. Because I ain't spending that money. I'm like, dude, this is no way to live. Getting sucked on, pause, every fucking night for almost 3 years now. And it just gets progressively worse, and these little bastards are relentless. I respect all animals. I respect all life. And everything that exists has a role to fill in nature and the environment, has a reason to exist. So I don't personally hate them. I just don't want them biting me. And when I don't like killing things, but if it's something that sucks my blood, I'll kill it. And I've been killing these bed bugs. But it just seems like I can't kill them all. There's just too many. And Robert was crazy enough to just say, oh well, this is life. Because he just wanted to not waste any money that could be spent on beer. He's an alcoholic. But he got his settlement money, and we can afford a better place. I'm going to start getting SSI checks soon. So with the three of us combining our money, we should afford this new place, which is like $940 a month, roughly. So with our checks combined, we got this. So, yeah. We're moving. And this new place has like a bunch of pools. It has like 5 pools, but only 3 are allowed to be open at a time. And they also got like a bunch of other cool stuff. They got a pond, a little park, a mini golf course, basketball area, volleyball, like a tennis area. They got a grill cooking area, and like I said, a laundromat. They got a bunch of stuff here. It's pretty insane. It's crazy that poor people like us can afford a place like that. It's got like gates and stuff. You think that would be for like the rich people, but The place seemed a little, let go, like a little rundown. So maybe that's why people of lower income are able to get in there, because maybe it was a place for like rich people at one point, but over time they just kind of, because the volleyball net was droopy as hell. There's fallen trees all over the place in the park. The pool right behind the offices where you get the leasing was dirty. It had leaves and it had pond gook in it, the same kind of gook that looks like either green algae or poop. I'm not sure. It could have been either one. Maybe it's duck poop. But it was in the pool. It was the same stuff that's in ponds. And people were still swimming in it, but I don't know. I felt a little unsafe. Maybe that was just the one pool though. I didn't get to see the other pools. So maybe the other pools are cleaner. They said that they do clean them. It's just the one behind the place was like not at the cleaning day yet. So maybe if I came back a day or two later, it would look better. I don't know. And one of the bridges in the park that go over the pond was rickety and kind of, if I just move too much, the whole thing kind of shakes and makes noises. So it's not a good sign. And a lot of the grills, they had like grills outside, just like you find in local parks. But like 2 out of the 3 or 4 that I saw were tilted, slanted at an angle, which I don't think that's safe to cook on. But hey, despite that, it still seems like a good, fun place to live. I thought about going into the pool so hard, even though I didn't have any swimming stuff. I was just wearing regular clothes. But I was debating it. I was thinking about it. But since we had to go back home, I didn't want to ride back in the Uber wet because that would be rude to the Uber. So I didn't. And I said the pool looked dirty, so I didn't want to. But after seeing 4 or 5 people in there, I started feeling more comfortable. Like, well, I guess if they're doing it, maybe the water's safer than I thought. And they probably got that green pond gook out of it by now. The pool and other areas have like rule signs, but I don't think they're following those rules. Because the pool said it's open at 10 and you're not supposed to swim alone. But the old lady that was swimming in it came before 10 and she was alone. And then 2 maintenance people showed up and just said hi to her and didn't tell her. So I don't think they're enforcing those rules. That's another thing that makes me think this place used to be like much more high class, but now it's lower. Because over time, things change. It's still a pretty big place though. Basically, it's like a small town. It's cray-cray. Anyway. So, yeah. Starting Friday through Sunday, I'm going to be moving stuff. And first things first, any clothing or anything like fabric, going straight to the laundry before we even bring it into the home. We're taking it to the laundry area first. And we're washing it. Washing it? Yeah. Now anything... The fuck was that? Anyway, anything like electronic, like my phones, which have bed bugs hiding inside where the headphones used to plug in before I switched. I used to not know how to work Bluetooth. I know how to work it now. But before I didn't know. Could ever get it to work because I'm not completely tech illiterate like my parents, but I'm not Donatello. I'm Michelangelo. But anyway, I used to have wired headphones, but then once I finally figured out Bluetooth, I've never gone back to wired headphones, so the headphone jacks have just been collecting dust, basically. Or in this case, collecting bed bugs, at least on one of my phones. Not sure if it's all of them. I haven't seen any in any of the other phones. It's just the one. It's the phone I had in Tennessee. It's a Tennessee phone. They just hide in there, and I gotta pick them out with tweezers, but some of them are in too deep. I can't reach them. So I had a plan. I was going to take Scotch tape. My girlfriend suggested putting it in a freezer, but that would mess up the phone. So no, I'm going to take Scotch tape and tape over the holes, the headphone jacks, so no new bed bugs can get in, and any of them that are in there are going to die eventually. But I think I might not have to do that since this place, has spray people that come out every so often. So when it comes time for spray day, I'll just tell them to, spray for like specifically bed bugs. And well, we'll be good, hopefully. I might still do the Scotch tape plan though, just in case. I don't know. Why would the bed bugs hide in my DVD player and the TV? Because them hiding in my phone makes sense because I sleep with it near me, so it probably has my scent, and it's near the bed. But the DVD player and TVs and speakers and everything else Robert wants to bring, I don't see why they would hide in there, and I have no reason to. It's not like near us for long enough for it to get our smell, so they wouldn't hide it. But in case they are in there, this new place has spray people, so yay. It's a nice place, but it's really far out there in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's not fully out in the country. It's still like part of the city, but it feels like there's nothing out there. Like we're at the gradient, the in-between between the countryside and the city. Like the buildings, they're there, but there's like a lot of forest. It's like a good mix of trees, fields, and buildings. It feels like a big empty. It's like that one nice spot, the apartments and the duplexes across from the apartments are like most fancy places out there. Feels like the rest of it is like, I'm not gonna say run down, but it definitely feels, what's the word? I don't know. Far out of the way, you could say. But hey, it's a decent place to live. It's got swimming pools, so I'm not complaining. Again, I just hope the pools are kept up better than what I've seen today. I think when I get there, and we're done moving stuff, I'm gonna go for a swim so hard. Yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned this on camera before. Maybe I have. I don't remember. But I've told it to several people, several of my friends. I feel more at home in water than I do on land. I think I may have been a turtle in a past life, or some kind of sea animal in a past life. Maybe a manatee, I don't know. But I was something in a past life. And if it wasn't for the fact of pruning, and the fact that I can't survive without the internet and technology, I would probably spend full time in the water. I would probably just want to live in the water. Well, I guess the third thing would keep me out of the water. Food. Can't cook underwater, and eating raw food is like dangerous. So, yeah, those are the three things keeping me on land, but if I could, I would live fully in the water. Not like deep, deep water. I'm kind of scared of that stuff, but just water in general. Like, I think the deepest I'd be comfortable swimming in is maybe 10, 20 feet, maybe. Maybe 30, but that's like pushing it. Depends on how long I could hold my breath. If I could make it to the bottom of 30 and back up before drowning. I've never tested it because I don't think I've ever been in 30-foot deep water. Maybe I'll test it one day, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Anyway, I'm gonna swim like crazy. It's been a good while since I've had a good swim. I haven't had a swim in so long. Because almost every day growing up, not every day, but almost every year growing up, we would get a pool pass to the local pool by the library back where we used to live. But every year, inflation, the price of the pool pass would go up. So eventually we couldn't afford it no more. So we didn't get a pool pass one year, and Haven't gone back to it since. So I would only swim on a few days instead of all summer. And that'd be the few days we could afford it. The pool pass would allow you to be, free entry throughout the whole summer. Without it, you have to actually pay every time you want to go in. So eventually, I had to stop swimming. And then when we moved over here where there's no local pools around, and there's like a couple lakes, but they're not swimmable lakes. So I just couldn't swim. When I got to Tennessee and I moved into Eagles Landing, they had a pool and I was able to swim again for the first time in a while. I was a little rusty. Couldn't hold my breath as long as I used to because it's been a minute. But I practiced every day until the pool was closed. No longer allowed to be swam in. And eventually I built up my stamina and everything. I was able to swim from one end of the pool to the other side on the bottom without needing to come up for air. Touch one end to the other end. I wonder if I'm out of practice again and I might need to build that up again, or if I'm still able to do it. I'll find out when I get there and start swimming. Man, it's gonna be fun. And it sucks that summer's almost over. We're already about to be in August. So all that time I could have been swimming wasted, but there's next year. And I don't know when the pool's gonna close this year. I don't know their pool schedule yet. Maybe they'll keep it going till like September. Oklahoma is one of those hotter states. So maybe they'll keep it open all throughout fall as well. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about this new place. It's going to be fun on a bun. And if we do catch a bed bug in there. Robert, today, when we went to see it, like the tour of the place, he said he saw one bug. And then that's when the guy said, don't worry, we'll get a guy to spray it. And it's like, whew. I don't think Robert meant bed bug, because we hadn't been in there yet, so it couldn't have been a bed bug. Or if it was, it didn't come from us. I think he just meant a different kind of bug. Still. Whew. Anyway, in this new apartment, we're going to try our best to keep it... Lizard! Hello? Hello, little guy? You want to crawl on my hand? Little guy? Oh! You want to crawl? Crawl on my hand? No, little guy, I want to hold you. Come here. No, little guy, I want to hold... Ah, damn. Damn it. Oh, well. I tried. What was I saying? Oh, fuck. I lost track of what I was saying. Oh, yeah. We're going to try to keep it clean. So, not just bed bugs, but other bugs. Because, like I said, back in our old home where I grew up, we had cockroaches. And for a while, there were no cockroaches here. But they're starting to pop up. They're not, like, as bad as they were back in the old home where I grew up at. But they're starting to become a little more frequent the longer we're here. I keep trying to kill them every time I see them, but some of them are too fast. So when we get to this new place, because I know how roaches are. If there's a little bit of mess left out, and if there's a little bit of anything, that's what draws them there. So I'm guessing we're keeping this place cleaner than we did in our old homes, which is why it took them a while to show up. But still, they're showing up, so we're not doing 100%. So hopefully in this new apartment, we'll try our best to keep it 100% clean. No, we'll take the trash out frequently instead of letting it build up for a minute. And we're not going to leave food out or leave a mess anywhere that a cockroach could be like, ooh, this place is messy, let's live here. If we see one random cockroach, as long as we're clean, it's not going to stick around. It's going to keep going, surely. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. Well, if we see it, we'll probably kill it, but you know what I mean. If a cockroach goes through and we don't see it, if we're clean, it's not going to stay. So we'll be good. We'll be good. But even if there is a roach, they get people who spray every 3 months or so. So bed bugs, roaches, whatever else we could have, they'll all be taken care of. So yeah, that's the life update right there. We're moving. Anyway, I gotta go to bed now. See you guys next time. Peace.